Number 1. Make sure you want to end the relationship. Don't use the threat of leaving as a tool to get your own way in an argument. If you say it, be prepared to back it up with the action, or else, take the threat off the table before you make it. Discuss problems openly and directly with your partner, before you make up your mind. Many men and women suffer for years, and never bring problems up with their partners, which is what leads to many breakups. Number 2, understand that there is no pain-free way to break up. We all wish that we could end relationships, without hurt or pain at all. But no matter how broken the relationship is, officially ending it will cause pain on both sides. Once you acknowledge that there will be a pain, you can be prepared for it. Number 3. Do put thought into the location. The place you choose to break up can have a big impact on whether your partner feels secure, and how they react. Anticipate the conversation, and then choose your where. Will it be heated? Sad? Emotional? Will they react aggressively? Wherever you decide to do it, make sure there's some element of privacy. Less privacy is better, if you want to keep their reaction under control, or if the physical connection is so strong that there's a risk you don't follow through with the conversation. Number 4. Make sure to end the relationship in person. To give your significant other the respect that he or she deserves, you should end the relationship in person, no matter how much you're dreading it. The only time it's acceptable to end the relationship over the phone is if you're in a long-distance relationship, and know you won't see each other for a while, or if you're in a controlling or manipulative relationship. If your ex is prone to outbursts, violence, or manipulative behaviors, it is much safer for you to end the relationship at a distance. Number 5. Don't assign blame. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is assigning blame during the breakup. It's best to use I statements in difficult conversations, and to avoid assigning blame or attacking the other person. You don't need to go into your every reason for the breakup, but if asked, you can choose a general one to explain your decision. While some daters may find it helpful to know why the other person chose to break up with them, others may not want specific details. So, you can take their lead about this. Number 6. Do not give in to arguments or protests. If the breakup is a surprise for the other person, they might try to argue, protest, or give reasons why you should remain together, and try again one more time. If you are at the point of breaking up, nothing can restore or revive the relationship now. Giving in will only delay the inevitable. Number 7. Be polite. Feeling uncomfortable in this moment is normal. To be honest, if you feel comfortable ending a relationship, even on the best of terms, I would be worried about you. When we are uncomfortable, we can lash out, or say something rude, but try your best to be polite. You want to be honest, brutally so if necessary. There is no need to be harsh, mean, or judgmental of how they react. Even if you are already dating new people, or living your best life, try to not post it on social media. Remember, you want to end the relationship on good terms, and that means more than being nice in the moment. You actually have to live up to that. Do not rub it in their face, no matter how well they may have taken it. Number 8. Do not ask anything of them right now. Want to be friends? Want them to drive you home? Want them to help with a work project? Do not even think about it. You just broke up with them. Whether they are heartbroken, pissed, or in shock, it is not fair of you to ask anything of them right now. You have been thinking about this for a while, so you have had time to process. Give them the same. Do not judge their reaction. Everyone faces a breakup differently, and no matter how they do it, accept that. Before we continue, I want to show you the most scientifically validated technique for getting your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend back in your arms. Even though you think it's impossible, I'll teach you how to use this technique to compel your ex to fall back in love with you again, for good. I'll link it below in the description.
You ever let a woman go and then wish more than anything that you could get her to come back? Hi, this is Mike Fiore, and in this short video,
the 7 worst ways to break up with someone who loves you. Number 7. picking fights to try to get them to do it. Finally, there's the best one. And by best one, I mean the one that someone should go directly to hell for attempting, and that's the slow breakdown of the other person's soul. Don't make them do the dirty work for you. By becoming the worst person ever, keep the memories and your dignity intact, by just having a frank conversation, in person, without crying. Number 6. Using cliches. Opening with, "It's not you, it's me," is just going to put your partner on the defensive from the start. Skip the line and get right to explaining specifically and succinctly what it is about you that makes this relationship a mismatch. If you're going to break up, it obviously wasn't you, it was your partner. Also, don't use the "let's be friends" line. You just broke up with your partner, don't give him or her another thing to think about. Give your partner space and allow him or her to make the decision to be potential friends. Number 5. By leaving a voicemail. You want to break up, but you don't want to deal with that long conversation, or that pathetic sight afterwards. What do? Why, leave a voicemail, of course. Your lack of sensitivity will save you from hours and hours of crying and whining. Number 4. Move on before you end the relationship. Instead of trying to mend the issues within your relationship, dive into a new one and find out if it has potential. This method is like testing the waters before going out for a swim. Tell your ex that you are leaving because you are in love with someone else. Number 3. Getting someone else to do it. Getting someone else to do your dirty work for you is really taking your asshole status to new heights. All this will do is make you look like a coward who didn't have the courtesy to break up face to face. Number 2. Disappearing. Simply disappearing from your partner's life without saying a word, or popularly called ghosting, is definitely one of the worst ways to end a relationship. And unfortunately, it became a trend in modern dating. People just stop returning their partner's phone calls, and vanish from their life. Besides from being an immature thing to do, it is also not fair. Imagine this person you broke up with, wondering what went wrong and what happened to you. Everyone deserves an explanation. Number 1. During a romantic night out. Deciding to break up with your partner while having a romantic date night is likely to cause shock and confusion. Just because your partner was wined and dined, doesn't mean they will be able to handle the breakup any better. It's better to talk over coffee, rather than lead them to think everything's fine, before you drop a bomb out of left field. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you find it useful, don't forget to share it, and make sure to subscribe to see more video in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.